we have a variety of flavors we want to bring to you via Game Up. Game Up Hard Hydration is like your favorite sports drink, your favorite seltzer. Had a baby, but it's so much better. Dave, give him the rundown.
Great flavors like fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and grape. And guys, it's only 110 calories. It's low carb. Enjoy yourself some Game Up.
PWI 500. I just got it in the mailbox this week. And remember, the evaluation period runs from August 1st, 2023 to July 31st, 2024. The criteria are in-ring achievement, influence, technical ability, competition, and activity. So very quick, I'm going to give you a rundown of the top 10.
Sure.
As you can see from the cover here, Cody Rhodes obviously made number 1.
Yeah, great choice. He's the man right now in pro wrestling.
Number 2 this year was Swerve Strickland.
Swerve Strickland. He's the number 1 guy in the second top promotion in North America. So not a bad choice.
Number 3, Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay, I don't think anybody's having better matches than Will Ospreay. So again, great choice.
Seth Rollins is number 4.
Seth is a guy that always has great matches. I don't feel like this has been his best year, but if you think about the time period of when this got picked, I can see that.
Yeah, that's what's always tough with the PWI 500 is it doesn't line up with like a regular calendar year. So when you think about what these guys did, you have to go back to like almost a year ago this time and then cut it off in July.
And he was really making that world title mean something that everybody looked at as like Roman's, hand-me-down belt. So he did a really good job of making that title feel important. So I can see why Seth would be higher up.
Definitely. Now halfway down the top 10, we have Tetsuya Naito coming in at 5.
I mean, one of the top Japanese wrestlers in the world. He's still the man in New Japan. I do think that he's looking like he's losing a step, and this might be one of the last years we see him so high, but I can see how he got there this year.
Yes, Damian Priest was number 6.
I mean, the Money in the Bank, he ended up probably getting the cash in right around this time when this was ending. I can see how he probably just made that list.
Yeah, number 7, MJF.
One of the greats, probably would have been higher, but wasn't that active this year.
Yeah, I was surprised he was this high with given how long he was injured.
Yeah.
Number 8, Jon Moxley.
Jon Moxley's the man in terms of when I talked about Swerve being that guy in AEW becoming the man. John's been kind of the man for a long time. He's almost like their John Cena over there right now, right? Like he's their guy. I think if I'm trying to look at the time period, he probably just started cutting back on activity a little bit here. So he started the first year probably very active during this time period and slowed down. So that's a good pick.
Yeah, traded that IWGP title with Tetsuya Naito. Yep. Number 9, Gunther.
Gunther is a guy you can look for to be a lot higher next year, I would imagine. It's kind of funny because now he's the world champion. He wouldn't have been the world champion probably at this time. But when you combine that world title with the fact that he's had nothing but great matches like a Will Ospreay, like I got to think this guy, if he's still champion next year or close to it, he's going to be in the top 5.
100% had that great Intercontinental title run. And number 10 is Mystico. Just recently wrestled Chris Jericho in CMLL at 91st Anniversario show in the main event.
Yeah, and headlining, and he's probably CML's biggest star. And, he's worked for AEW, New Japan. He's a guy that probably not everybody's going to be as familiar with if they were looking at this and like, who's that? But, I mean, if you look at the PWI's criteria, Mystico's a perfect fine number 10.
Yeah, interesting fact. For Cody Rhodes, they have him down for 114 matches with a 95% win-loss ratio, which is crazy. Now, we are going to get into former guests on in the PWI 500. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay. Of all of our guests, who would you guess is the highest rated? We have 2 in the top 100, 1 in the top 50.
Oh, man, you have totally caught me off guard with this.
Okay, and you got to dig deep for this, too, because it's not even a name you're going to think about first.
No, because we've had a lot of veterans on our show, and they're not going to be names that make the list because most of them aren't wrestling anymore. And if they do, it's like a match here or there. So we can rule out probably the top names in terms of past stuff like Al Snow. Oh, wait a minute.
I had to think if we did this interview, too.
Would it be Ross or Marshall Von Erich?
It would not be.
Okay.
You're going to want to think independent wrestling.
Yeah.
Near the top of the order.
I mean, I'm thinking some of the NWA guys we've interviewed. AJ Kazana. Gosh. Now, Alec Price is another one that comes to mind.
Alec Price is up there. He is in the top 100. He's
Yeah.
number 92.
Okay. All right. I'm stumped. Who we got?
Cruel, the independent
Oh,
wrestling
you.
heavyweight champion,
That's
came in
right.
at number 39.
Yeah. So he was under another character at the time when we interviewed him. But yes, bit of a transformation. We knew him in his early days.
Yes, he was. Other notables, just give a quick reaction to each one. Number 183, Royce Isaacs.
Awesome. And he got that win recently on Bloodsport over Charlie Dempsey. So big things for that guy, I think.
Yes, we have an interview we did this year. Great interview. Landon Hale, 380.
Hey, that's awesome. I'm happy for Landon. Great guy.
Number 383, Zoe Sager making her mark.
Interesting. I like Zoe. She is a Lance Storm graduate, and she is really comes off as generally like just a really good person whenever I've talked to her.
Yes. Now, the last guest that made this list, number 465, LSG.
Oh wow, LSG. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a guy that was I bet you higher some years because of his he had a pretty good run in Ring of Honor at one point.
Yeah, so that was great seeing the people that we've interviewed that have made the PWI 500. And if you want to go, it's always notable who the top pick is, but number 500 also makes the list. I don't know how you pronounce this. Could be memes. They are otherwise known as Blue Cane. They wrestled Matt Cardona in GCW. Just an interesting pick, notable 500.
Well, good luck to Blue Cane. I hope he can use something to propel that.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.